So Nick, were you expecting Quentin Grimes to go for 44 points tonight?
Exactly what we told him to do before the game. It was good. He was really good tonight, but I thought a lot of guys were really good. I think that Kelly was super solid all the way through. I thought PG hit some huge ones down the stretch. Yabu hit some big ones in the fourth. Thought Tyrese adjusted to the game again. He just doesn't feel great shooting the ball, but he 11 assists and thought he did a great job of getting us in some defenses and some offenses late in the game that ended up being really good decisions. So, and then again, I think Jeff Doughton comes in and has a great 14 minutes. So I think everybody that stepped on the floor contributed tonight for sure. But Q was he was on one tonight. It's pretty cool to see.
And where do you feel like he's continued to get more comfortable that sort of allowed him to have a game? Like,
yeah, I mean, I just think it's one of those things. Again, he comes out kind of aggressive and vaults into a couple early, and then he just I thought he made enough reads where he pulled up and drove, mixing it up. I think he just had them back on their heels a little bit, not sure which one he was going to do. I thought he did a good job in transition as well. He finished a few, kind of throw ahead early attacks, and again, obviously he was feeling great because he was super, super confident. There's a lot of those that he kind of got up the floor and just took off. I wasn't really expecting him to do that, but obviously he was feeling good.
With Tyrese, you started him on Steph tonight. He had Jalen the other night in New York. Just what have you made of him kind of wanting the challenge of taking on the best perimeter guard?
Yeah, again, I think I talked about it before the game a little bit, but the biggest thing with Steph, I mean, obviously the shooting's incredible, but the rest of it's the running and the speed at which he moves the whole game, and I just wanted to put our fastest guy on him, which was Tyrese, he did a pretty good job. I think again, Steph's just so good. He's gonna juke you into enough shots to score a bunch of points. But I was just really happy late in the game that we didn't let him, really squeeze any off late when the game was on the line. So I think he got one, but it was a pretty bad one.
Nick, given the stretch of luck you guys have had in games lately, how does it feel to walk into that locker room and be like we did this?
Yeah, we won a critical challenge, right? And we haven't won a critical one very often this year, I don't think. And then we got a bucket out of it too, man. That was a huge, huge play of the game. And very difficult, you guys. I mean, it was reported it was a jump ball. So I was scrambling to kind of draw positions for a jump ball. Then it was reported it was their ball. So we were talking about defense. Then it was reported it was our ball. Then it was reported it was 8 seconds to go. So it was like, I didn't even, good thing Paul made that shot. Well, I was really trying to get the ball in bounds. I thought it was going to be like an extended shot clock, and I really just drew up a play to get the ball in to Paul, and he just obviously had to go once he got it there anyway.
Nick, on Tyrese, and you talked about trying to help him out in practice, the finger injury that's kind of ongoing. Is there any thought to maybe a night or two off might be beneficial to him, or is it just kind of
Yeah, I don't. There hasn't been yet on that. I think again, I want to check to see if it's getting better or worse or not. Again, I think that he obviously I thought turned down a bunch of wide open threes. Which again, that's a big part of what he does, and I think that's probably directly related to it and directly related to last game. But let's see if it can't get a little bit better here over the next couple of days, and we'll see what's going on.
You mentioned Jeff earlier. I guess what went into the decision to go with him? He hasn't really been in the mix much for a while, other than the Brooklyn game. What went into that decision, and what did you see for him? It seemed like he gave you a nice jolt there.
Probably a combination of just Tyrese was struggling, and he was on some long stretches and just was struggling, I thought, a little bit, and just thought we needed another point guard, and it's kind of always we're trying to decide who to go with in those situations, and it was just Jeff's kind of the feel was Jeff tonight, because we thought that when we played him last time, Jeff had some pretty good moments guarding Steph, so we thought maybe if we put him in set the offense up, and then give him a few minutes on Steph that would give somebody else a break on Steph. So that was pretty much the decision there.
Can you talk a little bit about Yabu, the difference he made tonight, you know, even with the new eyewear he had?
Yeah, so obviously he was really good, and you guys see they kind of went to a totally different defensive package in about the last 6 or 7 minutes of the game, which is whenever Yabu screened, they were starting to blitz Tyrese. So we got him, we kind of said in the timeout, no more ball screens, Yabu. You got to go get to the corner and get ready, because we're gonna put Steph in the ball screens and attack downhill, and Draymond's gonna be in there protecting the rim. So you got to you're gonna be the one that the kickout's coming to. And we asked him if he was ready to make a couple, and he said he was. So that was big, to have that extra spacer out there.
Bigger picture, I mean, we talked before the game obviously about sort of the broader path forward now, the clarity that Joel will play. Just are there things from tonight that you're like, okay, these are examples of things that we can continue to move forward with as far
Well,
as
yeah. I mean, I think that again, talked about this too from the New York game, especially the second half. We really executed well, like in a lot of different guys and a lot of different kind of sets. We would run one thing and run the counter to it and get the next basket, and run the counter to that, and that hasn't been that prevalent this year, right? So there's obviously no moral victories, but from a coaching standpoint, you can see the execution went up a big level. And I would say, again tonight, I thought, for the most part, I mean, you can probably take 10 or 12 possessions out of there, but for the most part, we were getting, good looks. And I think that's encouraging. Yeah, that's encouraging. Yeah. Okay, everybody. See you later.
Quentin, I guess that's what kind of led to your big night tonight.
Just kind of being aggressive, I mean, I feel like last time, the last game in New York, we didn't come out as aggressive as I should have, and then we kind of let the foot off the gas at the end, but most importantly, just coming out here to being aggressive, trying to help my team get a win.
Is there a specific moment in that game where you just kind of looked up and were like, I'm rolling right now?
I think it was I've had a 20-point halves in the past, but I think in the first half, I think in the third quarter, I ran off 10 or 11 straight. I was like, okay, I'm kind of feeling it tonight for sure.
Did this one kind of feel good to finally get back in the win column, especially 9 games and everything, especially everything going on with you guys?
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like it was just a lot of games that we're kind of just letting our foot off the gas, a lot of 2-point, 3-point, 5-point losses where we should have definitely won those games. And I feel like tonight we had a couple turnovers that kind of cut the lead to about 4 or 5. And then we kind of stuck with it, made some good passes, good reads, hit open shots. And I feel like tonight was a good step in the right direction for us.
You talked about, having 20 points and you were aware of that, but were you also aware that you made your first 6 baskets?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew I kind of locked in, trying to make every basket I shoot, but no, I didn't know that. I was just trying to stay aggressive. I was making shots, so just trying to go out there, be aggressive, put pressure on the defense, and just make the right read, really.
You only played a handful of games with them, but I guess what was just your reaction to losing Joel for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's tough. You could lose on one of the, if not the most dominant player in the league. So, it's tough seeing a guy like that go down, knowing I was coming here to, hopefully play with a guy like that. But, we just kind of got to come together collectively as a unit, play how we did tonight. Everybody just stay together, ups and downs of the game. And just, we still got a lot of season left. We got about, 23 games left or something like 23 games left? Yeah, we got a lot of season left. We can still turn this thing around for the better of us, for sure.
I feel like you had opportunities to really change your pace in one-on-one situations a lot and kind of drive by guys. Was there something that they did specifically that made you more confident in doing that?
Just spacing. I feel like tonight was a good talking game for us. Talking about matchup that we wanted to go out there on the court, whether it was me, PG, or Tyrese, just getting spacing out there and just make the right read. If they put 2 on the ball, make the right pass, drive it, and just play winning basketball. And I feel like we did that tonight with everybody just talking, communicating, and even when things were going bad, just staying together as a unit. We came out with the win.
You mentioned soon after the trade here, about playing playing point guard in high school and, not just being a 3-and-D guy. I guess how gratifying is it for you to show on this scale the sort of things that you can do with the ball in your hands?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I showed it a little bit in glimpses of it when I was at Dallas. But we're here. Coach Nursery give me a lot of credit, even when Tyrese goes out to come in, fill that role, take care of the ball. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with every game, getting back to that backup PG position. Just like I said, making the right read. If that's hitting Yabu for a three, driving and kick it, me being aggressive, putting pressure on the defense, just taking what the defense gives me, and not just trying to go out there and just force the action, really.
Is this something you can envision as your long-term role here, where you might start the game with guys like Tyrese and PG and Joel, and you're playing more off the ball, doing more of the 3-and-D stuff, and then you have opportunities to play on the ball and sort of take over in the way that you did tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Just playing. It might have been literally a handful of games with Joel, and then with that unit, you're comfortable. But yeah, like you said, like when those guys Tyrese goes out quick in the first or something like that, I can just slide into that role and make sure that everybody's on the right page offensively. Try to be a good leader defensively, talking on that end as well. But whatever the coach needs me to do, I'm gonna go out there and definitely do it to help this team win.
You brought up Tyrese. Can you talk a little bit about, obviously he's dealing with the finger injury, but the other things that he managed to do, how he helped out the team defensively, especially as a facilitator with 11 assists tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Even with injury, PG dealing with his finger as well. I feel like I said, he was big in the leadership role tonight, just talking to us, just telling me where to get to, telling me where to get to. I still don't know some of the plays and stuff where I'm supposed to be, but just talking to me, telling me what actions I need to get into, what reads we're trying to look for, what matchups we're trying to hunt. So he did a good job of orchestrating the whole offense and defense tonight with us for sure.
What does this victory do for y'all? I mean, this is
You said what?
What does this victory do for y'all?
Yeah.
You guys, talking about, you guys still want to make the play in tournament and whatnot. Yeah, you lost 9 in a row.
Yeah.
This is your first win, since you've been traded here. So what does this do for y'all?
It's a big confidence boost. Like I said, it was a lot of games that we were close and that we should have won. So I feel like with this game, it was a game that we had to come together collectively within the last 2 to 3 minutes of the game. Like I said, it's a talking game. If you're going out there, you're not saying nothing to anybody, we could have lost that game easily, but we stuck together, stayed tough, and I feel like it's a game that we can build on, knowing that, they're one of the best teams in the league for a reason. We wanted to have the 4-time NBA champ over there for a reason. So it's a good win to build on this and just keep the momentum rolling.
Start with the guy who just walked out. 44 points for Q. I guess what did you make of that performance, and what have you seen from him since he's gotten here?
It was an amazing performance. Since he got here, been really showing a lot of great stuff for us, being aggressive in offense, and that's what we really need at that particular time. But today was just amazing. Every time I was passing him the ball, I was telling him to keep going, keep pushing. He got everybody focused and going to the right way. So it was really important for us to have this for us tonight, and having this win was big for us.
How you talk the goggles?
Oh.
I know you mentioned that you didn't really want to play with the goggles.
Yeah.
It's how was it for you tonight?
Pretty good. I think I did pretty good. I'm probably gonna keep them for a little bit, but it was feeling good. It wasn't bothering me at all. So, I was feeling pretty good and made a couple of shots. So I think I'm gonna keep it for a little bit.
What have these last couple of days been like for you since that injury? Like, what have you experienced? What have those trip been like?
Well, I was thinking those people that wear glass in contact, it's probably tough. Because after I left the dock and my eyes was blurry, I was like, oh my God, my vision was really hard to do anything. But after a few days, I was feeling way better with the vision, with the light and everything. And after that, I feel like it was a good time to come back. My body was ready, and I practiced yesterday. Everything was good, so we decided that I was clear to play for today.
Obviously, Joel is this conference season, and that could be a big blow for you guys. I guess this was kind of your reaction to it, and the move of the locker room as you guys kind of move forward now.
I think we all said, Joel is a big piece in our team. Just him being around, even when he don't play, his presence with us is really important for everybody. So I think it's a huge loss for us, but everybody got to step up. This is basketball, we got ups, we got downs, so we got to be all prepared, all ready to try to cover his role when he was here on the team. So we're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep pushing. Like I said, we don't want to give up, we want to be there and keep working every day, get better, and try to get most win possible.
Yeah, you had 2 huge 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. I think it was close in possessions. But what did you see on those shots, especially the second one?
No, it was feeling pretty good. You know, the way they defend. We know Drummond was helping a lot. You know, so they told me to get ready. Even before in the timeout, coach told me he asked me if I was ready to shoot. So I was yes. And the guy did a great job in front of me, obviously. But we saw him going a lot in the help, and then just the guy making the great read, watching me open. You know, and those are open threes. You know, that's the shot I'm working on every day. So I took the shot with a lot of confidence, and you know, today it went in, and it was pretty good for us.
Nick's talked a lot about your value as that kind of backup five, especially offensively, even though your position is probably more naturally the four.
Yeah.
Can you just speak to kind of your growing confidence in playing that five role as the season's gone on?
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning of the season until right now, you know, we've seen a lot of situations where I had to play the five, you know, so I told myself every time I come to the game, I'm trying to be ready for whatever position. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm in the court, you know, I'm playing. So I'm not trying to be focused if it's the four, if it's the five. I'm just trying to go over there and play. Just, you know, try to be more efficient. I know at the five, I'm going to have a lot of shots like that coming my way. And then I have to be ready to knock those shots down. And, you know, it's going to be a couple of drives. You know, I got to be more aggressive and have more energy in the rebounds to be able to help the teams, you know. So I got definitely more confidence now playing the five, but you know, I think I'm still, you know, learning and try to do my best when I'm on the court.
Guerschon, in that respect,
More guys.
Draymond's probably a guy that share a lot of similarities with in terms of size and you know, playing both positions. I guess, is there anything specific watching him, playing against him, that you think like, oh, I want to add that, or like that's something that the next step for me that I want to get to?
You talk about Andre Drummond, right?
No, Draymond Green.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he's active. The ball's in his hand all the time. You know, he's a great playmaker. You know, so when I'm guarding him, I'm just trying, you know, kind of like block his vision. You know, for him not to see the court, but you know, just him being over there, being the good leader. You know, offense, defense. You know, just try to help the team. You can tell he wants to win. You know, so you know, just watching him over there, being a great playmaker, make the right pass. You know, just learning the game and gives those guys a lot of confidence. You know, this is one of the things that I want to learn, you know, and take from him, you know, just being a great leader and, you know, always stay positive.
The EuroLeague schedule is obviously not different than the NBA schedule, I guess. In your first season back, how do you feel like your body's adjusted? Have you felt any trouble keeping energy and maintaining that?
I mean, it's not even a secret. Of course, here it's definitely more tough here. You know, the game is more faster, more physical. You get a lot of more games in a short period of time. You know, and it's one thing that the other league don't have, and it's really hard is the back-to-back. You know, this is still one thing that I'm still trying to adjust because I feel like it's just hard, especially when you play home. Like we do on Monday, then you got to go to another city with a different time. You know, you got to adjust and be ready to play another team that's going to come super aggressive, you know, because they know we come out to back. So, you know, just try to prepare my body, you know, rest. You know, every minute, every hour is so important, you know, so I'm just trying to rest and give my best.
You guys got a nice boost off the bench from Jeff, particularly in the first half. It seems like you and Jeff have a good relationship. I guess, what did you see from him on the floor tonight, and can you describe your relationship with him?
We have a great relationship. I mean, that's my guy, you know. We talked a lot, you know, on the court, off the court. I was trying to give him confidence, you know, to tell him to play his game. You know, he's a great player. He can do a lot of great things for us, you know, especially on the time that we are right now. I think having him on the court, being able to score, being able to make sure everybody's in the right position and play like we did is really important. You know, when he was in the game, we have a lot of stops. You know, we have a lot of bucket, and I think he was just great for us. You know, he has a lot of talent. You know, so I'm always pushing him to play his game and play with a lot of confidence.
That's one, Keith.
That being said, can you just speak to the balance tonight? Because, you know, Tyrese, you know, he had assists, but shooting the ball, he struggled a little bit. Paul stepped up his game in the fourth quarter, but for 3 quarters he was struggling. But it just seemed like all you other guys had solid games that contributed. And, you know, a nice balance to that for y'all.
For sure. You know, like I said, it is what it is. The situation today is a little bit different than, you know, what everybody imagined. So now we just got to go on the court. You know, we just got to play our game. We can't think. You know, we just got to play free. You know, I feel like when we go over there, we just got to go with a lot of confidence, play together. What I liked tonight, it was really the team effort. You know, even though at the end we had a couple mistakes, we stayed together. You know, we knew we wanted that game more than them, I would say, and then we did a great job of finishing it and make sure we secured the win. But you know, having guys like Q, like I said before, pushing it, you know, it got us going. You know, having KO, you know, we don't talk a lot about him, but he played hard every game. Every game he's there. Every game he's doing his job. You know, and having those guys pushing. Of course, it got everybody going, and then you, even if you have a bad game, you're thinking that you got to be ready for when you're going to be on the court. So, you know, it's just team effort.
So what did you make of Quentin and the game he was able to give you guys tonight?
Man, just super energetic, a great pop, a great spark for us. We needed each and every bucket that he dropped tonight. You know, and they all came at critical times in the game when we needed something. So super proud of him. We've been all grinding, man, for a good 9-10 day stretch here. So to be able to do that and then come out here and play against one of the fastest paced teams in the league is amazing.
You just mentioned all the grind that you guys continue to give. I mean, did this one feel good to finally kind of get off the schneid and finally get back on the win column?
I mean, a win feels amazing, absolutely. But this is one game. You know, we have a lot of games left, man. So let's try to take this game here and use that as momentum for the next games we have coming up.
And obviously, I guess, what are your reaction to just Joel just being out of the season, unfortunately?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just praying for him, but ultimately, man, I'm happy for him to just be able to just take care of himself, get his mind right, get his body right, and then, you know, we all know the talent that Joel is. So I just want to see that guy. I want to see him smiling, trolling y'all, and, you know, just get back to just normal, because the NBA is not normal without him. So I'm praying for a speedy recovery for that and, you know, hoping for the best.
Does some clarity help you guys as a team, like knowing how to move forward and through the uncertainty of him? He was in and out and just all of that. I know you would want him with you guys healthy, but to have some sort of clarity is that?
I mean, I don't know, but that's my brother, dude. Like, this is about real life. You know, it's not about clarity about basketball, clarity about what we got going on here. It's just I want him to be happy. I want him to, you know, get back to dominating and being who he is. So, yeah, I guess. But at the end of the day, man, we all gonna hold it down for him. You know, try to get better in the meantime, so that when he does come back, we run in full steam.
How hard it is to join a team mid-season.
Right.
Where have you seen him, you know, just continue to acclimate himself to be ready to perform?
He's just constantly working. You know, he's been a bucket. So at the end of the day, this is nothing new. I've been seeing him since high school as well. So this is nothing new, but he's just being super assertive and aggressive. You know, he's not allowing any opportunities to present themselves. He's going out there and taking them. So super proud of that, because that's really tough. You go to a new situation, a lot of people walk on eggshells and are timid, but he just seems like he's ready for this moment, and I love it.
What about you, man? He's got 20 points tonight. What led to your success tonight?
Just defense, man. I love playing against 30. It's just my legs are cooked right now from chasing him all game, but I love this game, you know, and I love playing against the best. So being able to guard one of the greatest shooters of all time and keeping him under 30 points, you know, that's a win for me, on top of our win as a team. So, you know, but all respect and all love, I just want to go against the best so I can show that I am one.
Thanks, Kel.
Love is love.